Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Thursday morning business chat. We get together every Thursday to talk business. And typically, oh dear, hold on a second. Oh boy. Typically, we get our hot topics from our directors call that we have every Wednesday. That's for directors and above. So we love our leadership team. We get our ideas from the field and we love it. And so we were talking yesterday about convention that is going to be sold out. So before I step into that topic, I just want to say that if you're not currently staying in touch with LifeWave Business Builders Facebook group, we invite everyone to do that. They have a weekly update every week, and it alternates between Garrett and Geraldo, our East Coast sales manager. So we just invite everyone to listen to that, because Geraldo was talking about, the week in review from last week, and things are very exciting. A lot of people rank advanced with that boost up. A lot of people got some great bonuses. A lot of wonderful things are happening. And I just want to do a big shout out for Canada. It was the first full week from the re-entry. Yay, Canada. Yoo-hoo. Oh, Canada. And they had a week that was bigger than I think their biggest month ever. So yay. And then what's happening also is the roadshow is coming up in September, and Geraldo gave all the dates and locations for that. So who do you know in Canada? All across the provinces, there's going to be several different roadshows with corporate and top leaders. So please invite your brand partners, your prospects, get everyone there. Okay, so now I want to jump into the call for today. We have knowledge and information. Well, we know that there's 300 seats for convention. That we know. Last year, they were able 3,000, I meant. Oops. Last year, when they sold out, they were able to reconfigure the room. They're not able to do that this year. They're way more than 2/3 sold out. They will be selling out very soon. It could be as soon as next week. And so we want to make sure that we have our team is always well represented, always. So we want to make sure that people don't miss the opportunity by waiting too long, because we know how many people wait to the last minute. And it's not going to work this time.
I'm going to chime in right now.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I got a little reprieve. I was supposed to be on a 6 o'clock plane, and my plane got delayed 6 hours. So I'm not on until a 12 o'clock plane. Therefore, I didn't finish packing yet. So I do have some stuff to do. But I just wanted to say my prediction, having inside information, I predict that the conference tickets will sell out next week. There's a couple of groups, several meetings happening, 3 major meetings happening across the United States this weekend. And people from those meetings are going to be rushing to buy tickets. So don't think you have till September 15th. My bet is it'll be sold out before the end of next week. So what we talked about on the director's call is, trying to impart a sense of urgency to your group to get a ticket. And so Robin's going to carry that ball forward. And we got several leaders that were on the call with us yesterday that'll be sharing. And ironically, yesterday's LifeWave Connect, we had our new Senior Vice President of Global Sales, Ryan, talking about building for events with one field leader, I believe is a field leader, that was on there talking about their perspective. So I'm sure many of you got a lot from that. But I'm just last call for tickets. And that's what I'd be telling your team leaders. Last call, don't put it off any longer. They're on the verge of selling out. Don't tell them there's 600 tickets left. Just say they're on the verge of selling out, because there were 600 tickets left in the middle of last week. I don't know how many are left now, but things are heating up. So that's my 3 cents.
Okay, so the message is reach out to your team and have them reach out to their teams. And so I would love to find out who is it that listened to Ryan yesterday? If you want to raise your hand and share what you gleaned from Ryan yesterday. I would love to hear it. I haven't been able to watch it because it wasn't convenient for me. Oh, and we will, and it wasn't on Lifeway Business Builder. So, okay, Heidi and then Sunshower, I'd love you guys to both share. What did you glean from Ryan yesterday on building for events?
I think what was really key for me was he said an event can be a one-on-one or an event can be a home party. He said you're building from a event to the next event. And for me, in my mind, I was thinking, oh, the regional events, you know, the global events. But no, my perspective totally changed to being a 7 days a week, I'm going to be having an event on my calendar. And if that's just a one-on-one with someone and bringing in someone on a 3-way call, that's my event for the week.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I think Sunshower, you are next. Beautiful. It's so true, isn't it? You know, every exposure is an event. Yes. Okay. Sunshower, we want you.
Basically, I would like to ditto what Heidi just said. And, you know, I love to do 3-way calls. It's the way to rank up everybody. If you're not doing them, just do them. And that's an event. And I could have like 8 events, 10 events in a day.
Love it.
Home parties, I'm doing those regularly. You know, I have a little team call. I do that regularly with my team. Yeah, anything is an event, you guys. And, you know, our big event in Orlando, if you missed that, you've really missed out. But if you can't, be sure to see it virtually. That's an event too. And you can have a watch party.
All right. We're going to get into talking about watch parties though, as we get closer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who else wants to raise their hand that was either on the director's call or was on the call with Ryan? Ravel, you are next. Why don't you share
Robin?
your wisdom, my dear?
Very nice to see you all this morning. Just quickly, what came to mind was that here we were with the new global senior vice president of sales, who's been with Lifeway for less than a year. And also the senior presidential director has been with Lifeway for a year. So it occurred to me that people don't have to be in Lifeway for a while to contribute immensely to this movement and to do really well. So it was very exciting to see that. I just wanted to call out, congratulate John Cordella of New York for being persistent in getting on. Really nice to see you here. And Charles Jackson as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great to always hear from you. Okay, John, who just made it home from a lovely visit here. So John, you're on. John, you're on.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I'm first of all, I was blessed for 9 days to be with this woman who is my true mentor in LifeWave, and Gregory. And, you know, when you get to see them work and be around that energy, it's phenomenal. But I'm a numbers guy and I'm a historian. Like, I love history. And when you go back and anyone that has been successful in network marketing, I don't care what company they're with, you can always find the same basically philosophies and steps that they've gone through. And event to event to event is a part of the structure that everyone in the 1% group has done and does religiously and without even thinking about it. They just follow that process. And when you do that, if you take from history, statistically, what happens, your volume ends up doubling.
Beautiful.
Close to doubling just by going to the event and getting as many of your people to go to the event with you. Your volume will double.
Beautiful. Thank you, John. And it is amazing on how true that is. Leaders are made at events. And I guess I'm going to share the story from yesterday, because it really kind of proves something interesting. I think everyone knows I started as a customer. I had no intention of building a business.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we have some, let's see here. So I started and I had amazing results. Everyone knows about that. And then what happened was I couldn't not share. And from couldn't not sharing, feeling literally a sense of responsibility. We have something so important. We have something so life-changing that if you love and care about people, you can't not share. And so I started sharing. I was high profile in another company. I called the other company after being several months in LifeWave, and I said, I'm going to be, changing my focus. And so I went full on with LifeWave, and it just happened to be at the time that the company was doing their global launch of X39 all around the world. It started in January of 2019. I started using X39 in November of 2018. So David started a worldwide tour in Austria, and he went throughout Europe and then Asia, and then he finished up in Los Angeles, March 31st. Karen O'Neill, Gregory, and I were there. Gregory was not scheduled to go. There were only 300 people in a almost 15-year-old company at this event. And we kind of went, this is interesting. And sadly, Gregory's brother had passed away, and he was in Southern California for the memorial. So he came to the event. He wasn't engaged, really. When he went to that event, the penny dropped for him. He's looking around the room, 300 people hearing all this great science, no rah-rah, no fluff, just straight David. Dr. Melinda was there. Jim Caldwell was there. We were like in awe of what we saw and heard. And Gregory went, there's a major opportunity here. So Gregory, leadership was built, and Gregory showing up at that event. And then he finally said, okay, I'm in. So he had to transition out of what he was doing to join me. But leaders are made at events, and leaders always come to events. They don't miss them unless something major is happening. They are there, and you never know what's going to happen at an event. And so I'd love to hear, we really want our team to have, as we always do, and we know we will, a huge team there. We will have that, but we don't want anyone to miss out because they're sold out. So this call is really designed to inspire you to reach out to your team and have them reach out to their team and say, we have a window right now, and that window is going to close. We know that so many people wait till the last minute. It's not going to work. So who else was on the call yesterday that wants to share anything about or anything you heard from Ryan on LifeWave Connect yesterday? And I guess I'm going to have to wait for the YouTube because it wasn't on Business Builders. I wasn't able to see it. So who else wants to share? And, if you weren't on the Ryan call or you weren't on the director's call, you can still share about the power events and what you are doing. What are you doing to get people there? So we have Deborah Hawkins, and you are next, Deborah.
Hi, I was on the director call, my very first one. It was so exciting to hear how helpful the company is and how excited everybody was getting about the conference. So we had a little promotion going where Robin and Gregory said, let's put 20 people where we'll pay half if you pay half for people who can't come financially. And I got a girl coming, Shauna Jones. I'm so excited because she is so on fire. She has known me for months and known that I just love these patches, but she really had no pain and no really reason. And then she realized there's so many hurting people. She wants to be out there to help them. So she's going, and I'm just so stoked. Thank you guys for your generosity.
Oh, wonderful, Deborah. That's great. And congratulations. Deborah's one of our newest directors, and she's on fire. And, when people don't have health issues, what I do is, would you like to age reverse? Would you like to turn back the clock? Would you like increased athletic performance? Would you like a sense of well-being? Would you like things to get better and better and better as you add years? And so it really does. It's not just for people that have physical challenges. It's for people that want maximum well-being. So thank you so much, Deborah. That's wonderful. Okay, Linda, and then Carolyn. So Linda, you are next.
Yay. So I'm so excited because I enrolled my first brand partner yesterday.
Woohoo!
And that was on, yay. And that was on and she came in silver, and that was on the heels of a 3-way call with Sungwolf. He was brilliant with her. I had suggested to her coming in with just a membership because she's stretched financially, and it just made sense to her to come in silver. And then we started talking about convention, and she's 2 hours away from Orlando, living in a mini RV. So she has her own accommodations, and she tried to register yesterday, but we'll get it done this weekend for sure.
Well, congratulations on your first brand partner. And, when you have someone show up at the convention with you, it's amazing. And when you go, I hear this every single time. Next year, I'm going to have a whole lot more people, because the person with the most people wins. Like John said, your business could double. It's crazy what can happen after a convention. So Linda, congratulations. That's wonderful. Yes, you want to say something else?
One other thing is that
Yeah.
she's traveling around and connecting with wellness centers and doing workshops and Reiki classes. So she is connecting with health practitioners everywhere she goes. It's just, I'm so excited for her.
Well, that's great. And just so you know, yesterday I did an interview with Dr. Nicholas on how to incorporate LifeWave into a clinical practice. And that video will be available very soon for everyone to share and for all of our practitioners. So thank you, Linda. All right. Carolyn, you are next.
Morning. I have an issue with myself about confidence and sharing, and I get really anxious whenever I decide to raise my hand. And my favorite nuggets yesterday was increasing confidence in myself. And I'm not really sure why I have this issue. You're raising your finger? Oh, we can't hear you, Robin. You're muted.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me?
Keep going. You're doing great.
Anyway, I loved
ahead.
how they said to duplicate yourself, and that's my goal. I still feel like I'm a newbie. I've been wearing the patches for a year, and maybe a brand partner since last September, and now I'm a manager. And I am just so grateful to my sponsor and her partner, Jennifer and Carolee. They just moved me to tears yesterday towards the end of the business session, because I feel like they're helping us every time we show up. We learn something new, and that's what I wanted to share. It makes me feel so confident to be here and keep showing up.
You know what? Music to my ears, my dear. I think everyone knows, and if you don't know, you're going to know. My favorite part of this business is Gregory and I call it a greenhouse. It's a safe place to grow into your potential. And whatever personal stuff you have going on, this business will bring it up in your face. So and you are building your confidence. Look at how present and aware and awake and you are with all of us. No one would ever guess that that was a challenge you have. So you're doing great, and you're breathing. This is good. Breathe. Breathing is always a good thing.
Right.
And it's so wonderful, and it'll get better and better and better. That's beautiful. So wonderful. Thank you for that beautiful share. Thank you. Okay. I think either Helen or Tim are next.
Well, it's both, but it's only me. Figure that out.
Well-
Helen is on the phone. She had to step away, and I'm delivering a message from her as you're encouraging your people to go to convention. Be sure to include both teams, because that's the real winner, is when you get across your whole organization going to the convention. That's it.
Okay, so what Tim just said is really, really important. Think about having people from both legs that are present, because if you have all of on one leg, you're going to have a lot of growth on one leg. We want growth on both legs. I tell people how important it is to have personally sponsored builders on both legs. That's really important. And Gregory just reminded me, I forgot half the story. The other half of the story was when I was wanting to go to the event in Los Angeles, I couldn't afford to go. And our upline of Dr. Nicholas, Kai, and David Jumper, they all pitched in to help me get a ticket, an air flight, and a hotel to get there. And I wouldn't have been able to go. And then Gregory, he was all of a sudden joining me. And so the upline support made the huge difference. And what we offered yesterday for the directors on the call was that for 20 people, we were going to pay half the ticket if they had someone that wanted to go, if they would pay the other half of the convention ticket. And so whoever was on the director's call got that offer. And so we have made that to help 20 more people from our organization attend that probably couldn't attend because of, the support from the upline. And that's something we'll be talking about year after year after year of, it's like, we don't get anywhere unless we help our people get where they want to go. And it's really about supporting them. So just want to make sure that came in. So it looks like Rosemary has her hand up. You are next, my dear. You're on. You want to unmute? We can't hear you,
Right.
hon.
There we go. There we go.
Right.
Yes, I just wanted to say, yes, after the offer, I was able to talk to a dear friend, and she has been struggling in the confidence issue and et cetera, and getting going. And she said, yes, I will go. She said, I think that will help me get going. I said, I know it will. So I'm really looking forward to it, and we both appreciate it, and it's going to work out just fine. So once again, thank you to all.
Oh, thank you, Rosemary. And it is amazing. And it's way beyond information. It's the experience that people have. It's meeting the people. It's the community. It's getting LifeWave at a whole nother level. They're just so gracious and generous and inspiring. And then we have all these new people we get to meet in corporate. So and you never know what's going to happen on the walk down the hallway of who you meet and what, one line can change your whole business life. So thank you for that, Rosemary.
Yeah,
And
I think that's true, because we kind of experienced that when we went to Aruba. It just gives you a whole new outlook on a new perspective, everything about it. It's the integration of different personalities, and you learn from everyone. So that's going to be great. Looking forward to it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let's see. Is there anyone else that wants to share this morning? Anything about, how showing up at an event changed your life? It absolutely changed mine. And we do not miss. Several years ago, when Gregory was very, very ill, he was on a thin thread. Some of you know that, some don't. It was really difficult for me to get to that convention, like really hard, because I was his caregiver. And I knew I had to go. I was not going to go. Gregory goes, you have to go, because we had several hundred people there. And I just had these wonderful support team. I had Helen and Liz and Karen. And, I just had everyone say, don't ask Robin about Gregory, because if I did, I'd be in tears. But I knew I had to be there. And when I went there, we got all these awards. We got an award for top leader in North America, an award for, getting to SPD in less than a year. We got, it was just on and on and on. But, you need to be there for your team. As difficult as it was, I went. And let's see, we have some more hands up. Okay, we'll go John. Let's go Julianne John Sunshower, because Julianne hasn't spoken yet. So Julianne, you are next. So.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning, all. So I wasn't on the call yesterday. However, going to convention last year for the first time and realizing that it's not about the patches. It's about the community. It's about relationships. And it's about the vision that David has for our planet that really struck a chord with not only me, but my husband, who was there, and he was like taking notes. He was crazy about this, the vision that this company has. And so when I look at network marketing and companies and things like this is the first company that is really wanting to change the planet for a better place, you know, for us to live. We have our children and our grandchildren that we need to leave a legacy, and this company is it. And so even if you get on the virtual, it is great, but the energy is unbelievable. It cannot be matched by watching it on a screen. It really helps you to be there and be around everybody that is sharing from their heart. And so I can't wait to get there.
You know what, they filmed me on this one. I said, once you attend a LifeWave event, you don't want to miss another one. You know, it's beyond words. Words cannot express, and it is a feeling, and it is an energy, and it touches a place of our heart that nothing else can get to. So thank you so much for that, Julianne. I'm excited to see you. That's the best part. We get to hug everybody, you know?
Yes. Okay,
Absolutely. John, you're back, and then Sunshower.
And Julianne, we're going to get together this coming week. I just got back from Montana, and
Yes.
we'll connect. So,
Absolutely.
and I just want to really piggyback off of what Julianne said, is that one of the things about the convention is the meetings after the meeting. And Julianne's right. Our conventions are like no other network marketing convention I've ever been to. They are not rah, 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 rah. They are educational. They are just phenomenal. You get to see David present, and all the SPDs or the presidentials that present are there to mentor you when they're on stage. That is amazing. But the meetings after the meetings, meeting people that you've seen on somewhere or heard somewhere, you actually get to meet people. And one of the biggest things that happened to me, and there are moments that you never forget. These are moments that you never, ever forget. The biggest thing that happened to me last year was a newfound respect for the people that are involved in LifeWave from Asia. These, as in particular, one gal that made it to SPD, her heart, she really just expanded in my heart and enlightened me more just by listening to her on stage. I had to go up and give her a hug afterwards. She was remarkable. But there are hundreds and hundreds of those people that you will meet that will enrich your life, whether they're on your team or not.
Beautiful. And that's one of the wonderful things, is we get to experience, you know, LifeWave International. People travel from all over the world to come to this event. It's amazing. Thank you, John. All right. So now we have Sunshower.
It really was, you know, all these memories are coming back to me now that you guys have been talking about last year. So I'll be really brief. It was really fun and enlightening to watch both Robin and Gregory separately. Robin was on a panel and it was fabulous. It's just so cool to see her, see you, Robin, on stage doing your thing. You just shine. And then Gregory did his own presentation about the DMO, the daily method of operation. And you know what? He just brings the house down. And then this thing you said, John, about wanting to hug people, you just want to hug everybody that you possibly can. And I met a lot of the people that we see here on Hollywood Squares. It was so fun to hug Dr. Barbara Jennings and a lot of the other folks that we see right here, right now. But one, and then speaking about the Malaysia area. Okay, let me see if I can show you again. Can you see? This is Dr. Edward Chu, and he's wearing his regalia here. And he spoke, and he just reached my heart. I missed out on a hug. I'm not going to miss out on this year at all. I'm going to meet this man. And then you really do never know who you're going to run to in the hallways.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Well, Gregory wants to share something, and let me let's figure this out here. Yeah.
So I just want to close with the same comments that I gave yesterday at a director's call. I encourage all of you to make your highest priority. I know we're all, we're talking to our customers, we're supporting our brand partners, we're out recruiting, but I think the number one priority you all should have between now and sellout is making sure your people are getting tickets, because I talk with our senior vice president of sales and I talk with our country manager, and they both, they both have the same gut feel I do. We are approaching sellout, and, and I loved hearing about, getting your spouse there. Robin got her spouse there. If Dr. Nicholas, Kai, and David Jumper wouldn't have helped support Robin get there, I would have gone to my brother's memorial service, which was 90 miles away from the launch meeting, and I never would have gone to the launch meeting. I would have just flown there and flown back. But since Robin was going to be there, says, okay, I'll look, right? Okay, I'll come. And as she said, the penny dropped. There's nothing like a live event, and so many professional experienced networkers like myself will tell you there's nothing like a LifeWave event. They've been to many. There's excitement, there's enthusiasm, there's joy, but it's not hype. It's genuine community, sincerity and integrity and love and light. It's like you'll never miss another one. If you've never been to one, you've got to be there and do anything and everything you can, move heaven and everywhere else to get there. And sometimes, like Robin reached up, she wanted to be there, and they saw the potential, and they were generous enough that they spent a little money to get her there. And, and we make them money every day now because, we're one of their bigger builders, so you never know where it's going to come from. So that's my closing remarks before I head to the airport.
Yes, and I'm up to take them to, so we're going to complete this call. If you want to unmute your line and say thank you, but before you do that, our message today is to realize that literally you have days. And so to look at your back office, look at your personally sponsored, reach out to each one of them and let them know that the convention will sell out, and it's going to happen very, very soon. And you want to make sure they get their tickets and have them do the same with their people, because we want everyone to be there because we love you. Okay, so you want to unmute and say goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Goodbye.
so much.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great
call.
day.
Thank you.
Great
Wonderful
talking
as
for everyone.
always.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great trip.
So much.
I echo the hugs for
See you
everybody.
at convention.
Bye.
See you in Orlando.
Yes.
See you. All right.
Hugs in Orlando.
Hugs. Fabulous job, Robin and Gregory.
Yeah, and get your name tags if you don't have them. Go to the newsletter and go to the pro shop and get name tags for yourself and your people. You'll be happy you have them.
Party on Friday at JoJo's. I just went to the restaurant. It's a great place to party in Orlando.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.